Before watching today's video, I would request you to learn about a future value calculation. I mean present value and future value formula. If you know about it, then very good, and if you don't know about it, then you can watch my previous video. Okay, so let's start. You can see I have taken a question here, that is a sum of 500 grows to 550 in 1 year. Okay, in 1 year under compound interest. So the question is, what is the rate of interest per annum? Okay, so if you see it in a present value and future value formula way, then we have the present value, right? We have the future value also, and we know the tenure, which is 1 year. So what we need to know, that is the R in that formula, right? So write the formula here. PV multiply by 1 plus R to the power n equals to FV, right? So if we rearrange this formula, so how it what it would it become? Okay, so let's do the step by step. You must know that in the left side, if something is in power position, then it in right side it will become in a root. Okay, so to calculate the R, we just have to solve this sum only. Okay, so in that way we can understand, I mean we can figure out what is the rate of interest. So let's solve it. If anything's power or root is 1, then that number only, there is nothing we have to do. If you have watched my previous video, then you must know that 1 by 10 is basically mean 0.1, which is basically means 10%, right? So we can figure out the R value, which is 10%. This interest rate we just calculate right now. It's there is one more thing we have called it, that is year over year growth rate. Let me write it down here. Okay, I couldn't write here rate, but you can understand year over year growth. Okay, so there is a distinct different here. Let me I mean break it down a little bit more, that when we calculate year over year growth rate, it has to be for 1 year only. Okay, you like in my previous video, when we calculated the compounding of any sum, then on that case we can check it like for 1 year, 2 year, and whatever year, n number of year we can calculate, right? But when we calculate year over year growth rate, it can be done only with 1 year only. Okay, so if that the case, like if you only calculate about 1 year, so then this portion of n is not required. Okay, this root part is not required, because every time it 1 only, so we can skip that. So if we can skip that, like here also I have written down it, right? So if we can skip that, then your year over year growth rate formula kind of become like this: YoY. I'm writing it short form. Okay, YoYG. Cool. So I'm just taking this formula there, nothing else. That is FV by PV minus 1. Now this formula again can be written as FV minus PV by PV. So now you can say that how this formula has been constructed, that year over year growth rate. So let's take one more question. Okay, So as you see, this is the another question I have taken, which is a local grocery store recorded its total sales for the month of March in two consecutive years. That in year 1 that has been sales like this, and year 2 this. Now calculate the year over year growth rate for March. Cool. So in that case, let me write it down the formula once again. That is YoY equals to FV minus PV by PV. Okay, all we need to do is just put the formula here. Cool. So in that case, our FB is the future value. We have to write it down. The FB is that. Okay. Cool. So let's do the calculation. So it's a 1 by 4. As you know, 1 by 4 is basically means 25%. Okay, when we calculate this in a percentage now, like 25%, then we have to put it percentage symbol here as well. Like we are calculating the year on year growth percentage, right? If you only say that year over year growth rate, then no need to put the percentage. But when you are calculating in a percentage form way, then you have to put it in the percentage sign, or you can whatever the calculation it, you can just simply multiply with 100 here also. Cool. So does that mean that it's every time will increase? No, it can be decrease as well. So then in that case, it can be you can say it that year over year growth rate is a negative, or else there is a one more term it has been referred to this year over year growth rate, which is percentage decrease, increase or decrease. So this YoY growth rate is simply equals to percent. If I spell incorrectly, then forgive me. Percentage increase or decrease. So it's basically same thing. Cool. So that's it for today. See you in the next video.